All right, let's consider the solution to this problem. A dealer is set to make a 20% profit when he deals in cash. To cover the associated expenses, he includes 5% when he deals in checks. Find the percent profit when he deals in checks. Okay, now the first thing we need to recognize is the initial cost. Let us represent the initial cost as 100%. That is the usual practice. So let the initial cost, or simply the cost, of course, simply we can call it the cost. Let the cost be 100%. Cost be equal to 100%. This is common practice. And let the 100% stand for C. So C represents the cost. So he makes a 20% profit when he deals in cash. We can see that there in the question. So profit in cash, 20%, which means we can simply say add this 20%, which is the profit in cash, to 100 to make 120, and that will give us the sales. Of course, sales in cash is obtained by adding 100 to 120%. I think I need more space here, so why can't we create it? So let's add sales in cash is going to be the 100 plus the 120. The 100 plus the 20 giving us 120. So 120% and representing, so we can find the sales in terms of C. 100% represents C. So 120 by simple proportion will be C 100 multiplied by 120. This is simple proportion. 100 represents C, 120 will represent C divided by 100 multiplied by 120. And we can easily take care of this. The zeros check through. 2 can divide into 12, that's 6. And 2 can divide into 10, and that's 5. So this comes to 6C divided by 5. This is the sales in cash. Now, in order to cover the expenses associated with dealing in checks, he includes a 5%. This 5% is going to be 5% of this sales, 5% of the sales. So let us see expenses included, expenses due to checks, expenses due to checks. You can find that. The expenses due to checks is going to be 5% of this value. So we have 5% of 6C over 5. And we can easily find this. This is going to give us 5%. 5% means 5 over 100 multiplied by 6C divided by 5. And we can simplify this. 5 divides through. Yes, of course. And let us preserve the 100 in the denominator for obvious reasons. We're going to need that later. So this is 6 divided by 100. Beautiful. 6 divided by 100. That's the expenses due to checks. Now we can find the new sales in checks. So we can say sales in checks is going to be the original sales in cash, which is that original sales in cash, that value added to the expenses that we have, this value taken together. Let's go. So the new sales in checks will be that original value, 6C on 5, added to 6C on 100. That's right. And now when we find the LCM of this, we can view this 5 as multiplied by 20 here. So let me do a quick multiply by 20 here gives us 100. And multiply by 20 here gives us a 120, so that we can have common denominators. Now, this is the same as 120C on 100 added to 6C on 100. So since the denominators are the same, the final result is going to be 100. And now we're going to have 120C plus 6C, giving us 126C. That's right. This is the new sales in check. Now we need to clear some space now. So we have already the new sales in checks, and then we have the original cost. By taking the difference, we can now get the profit in checks. So let's go ahead and clear some space. for that. So at any time, you can stop the video and review our solutions, of course. So we need space for continuity, of course. So we're going to get the new profit in checks, and then we can go ahead and figure out the percentage. So let's go. The new profit in checks. So profit in check. Profit in check. Details in check. Here we have the profit. New sales in check. That is it. 126C on 100. 126C on 100 minus the original cost. Once again, we can make this fraction to have the same denominators. So we can figure out C as multiplying the numerator and denominator by 100. So this is the same as having 100C on 100. 100C on 100. So you need to study my video on fractions. So this is well illustrated there. And now we have, since the denominators are the same, it makes it easy. So the common denominator, 100, will be retained, and we have the numerators interacting after the order of the separating sign. So 126C minus 100C gives us 26C. And now we can get the percentage. Percent profit in check can now be taken. Percent profit in check is going to be the actual profit in check divided by the cost multiplied by 100. So we're saying percent profit is going to be the actual profit in check. So I'll simply write profit in check. Profit in checks divided by the original cost. The original cost. And now to express as a percentage, we have multiplied by 100. All these values are available. We know the profit in check. That's it over there. Yes, and we know the original cost as C. So let's substitute these values. And it will, of course, clear more space. And now we can finish it off by writing the actual percent profit in check is now going to be the profit in check, which is 26 divided by 100, 26C divided by 100, divided by the original cost, which is C, now multiplied by 100. And this will translate into, we have mobile denominators there. You know that. Study my video on fractions. I discussed mobile denominators. Very beautiful concept. This is going to be 26C on 100 sinking, 100C, then multiply by 100. And now we can simplify this. C give way, 100 divided through 100, and we have our final answer, 26% as our final answer. Let me make way for the final answer, 26%. So the answer to the question is 26%, our final answer. Very simple. So please subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share for your friends today, and look out for more brain teasers like this. Thank you for being part of this session. See you in my next video.